All right. Well, Congress has also attacked the government over the Trump tariffs. Jairam Ramesh has said that President Trump has slapped a tariff of 25% plus penalty on imports from India. All that tariff between him and Howdy Modi has meant little. Mr. Modi thought that if he kept quiet on the insults that the US President has hurled on India, the 30 claims of stopping Operation Sindoor, the special lunch for the Pakistani army chief, whose inflammatory remarks provided the immediate backdrop to the brutal Pahalgam terror attacks, and US support for financial packages to Pakistan from the IMF and the World Bank, India would get special treatment at the hands of President Trump. Clearly, that has not happened. He should take inspiration from Indira Gandhi and stand up to the US President. All right. Professor Nalapat still with us on the broadcast. Professor Nalapat, both the parties also weighing in at this point in time. Who said what and who did what? And the fact of the matter is, as we speak, there is a joint space operation going on between ISRO and NASA as well, the NISAR. But do you think that these are just basically remarks that Donald Trump is perhaps used to? It's characteristic of him to make such remarks and then perhaps tone down. Do you think this is just a pivot or a setup to a negotiation which is about to happen, sir?
Look, in my personal view, these are pressure tactics, and I think Trump understands the reality in the Indo-Pacific. He understands what China is all about. From his cabinet choices, you can make out that here's a man who fully understands what China is all about. But so far as Truth Social is concerned, well, the reality of the situation is it's a bullying tactic, and even bullying is not a helpful thing, especially among close friends and partners. So this kind of bullying tactic is not going to work with India. It's not going to change minds in Delhi, and certainly not that of the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. So I want to say, Vineet, that Trump is basically doing his best to make sure the US is isolated in the world. Someone, I think in the Atlantic, said, America alone. I mean, it's not America first. It's different from America alone. No country can be alone. We all need partners. We all need allies. India needs them. The US needs them. Every country needs them. And so, in my view, Vineet, it's a very, very ill-considered move on the part of President Trump to even express such views on Truth Social. But I would agree that I think it's knowing Donald Trump and knowing the high caliber of the people he has collected around him in his cabinet, very high caliber indeed, and knowing that he appreciates the high caliber, that he would not have chosen them. The reality is, I think we have to await developments, and I think we have to see what comes out in the end. But I think it's a good thing to have an FTA, provided basic interests of both the US and India are not sacrificed. And certainly that of India should not be sacrificed on the altar of greater financial support for the US, because the reality of the situation is certain sectors are very important for India. They're important for the Indian people, important for livelihoods, and we cannot play with them, because here it's a question of playing with lives. In America, it's a question of playing with less or more prosperity. Here, it's a question of playing with more or less poverty. So I think the Indian stance is going to remain dignified. It's going to be non-abusive, certainly, but it's going to remain firm. And I'm quite certain that President Trump will come around to the same view that so many people around him will have, that India is too important a partner to be bullied around in this fashion. And secondly, Prime Minister Modi is not the man to be bullied. Neither is Trump, for that matter, and neither is Modi. So I think he will come to that realization, and we still have about a day or two before this, the kind of warning that we issued. So I still have expectation that he will come around to a point of view which is good for US security, good for Indian security, and good for security of democracies. I believe that will happen, Vineet, and I still hope that will happen. Thank you.